At a tent hospital near the international airport in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, children severely injured in the January 12th earthquake are in a fight for their lives, and the wounded keep pouring in.
As you see, they're just bringing in patients, more and more patients. These are 3-week-old crush injuries. These are 3-week-old fractures that our orthopedic surgeons are capable of doing surgery back home, but not in these conditions, not with the equipment we have here.
Doctors here are working in primitive conditions and struggling with a severe shortage of basic medical supplies. And now they are battling a different kind of foe, government bureaucracy.
Here we are trying to help these kids, trying to get these kids to America, and there's just a huge disconnect in America with all the agencies, and it's just bureaucracy at its best. It changed specifically right after the kidnappings. We really, our hands are tied now. If you have no papers in this country before you even get to the airport in Port-au-Prince, you can't get to America.
Before the American kidnapping case, this field hospital was airlifting 15 severely injured children a day to the United States aboard private flights. Since the case broke last month, only 3 children have been flown out of here on private planes. Now children are stuck, like this 5-year-old boy whose spine was injured when a wall fell on him.
This kid could possibly never move his legs again if we don't get him repaired. And his injury was 3 weeks ago, and he's still here. We can't fix his broken vertebrae, and the surgeons here are afraid that the vertebrae may heal incorrectly, which could permanently lead him to either a quadriplegic or a paraplegic.
Dr. Vallas says the problem is simple.
It's strictly paperwork. We don't have the paperwork. We can't get him to America, where there's many hospitals that would help him for free.
Physicians here say that American and Haitian officials are now asking for documents proving that the children they want to send to the U.S. are orphans, or that the adult traveling with them is a parent, a challenging task in a country ravaged by the earthquake.
Nobody here has papers. There's no driver's licenses that the dads or the moms can identify themselves as who they are. The children have no birth certificates. Last night, I made 3 birth certificates for the 3 babies that were born here on a letterhead on an Apple computer.
No pilot in their right mind is going to take off from the U.S. Without a paper in his hand that says, when you get to Haiti, you will be permitted to pick up this patient, and when you get back here, no one's going to give you grief about it.
The kidnapping hasn't helped anything, nor has the reporting of the kidnapping helped anything.
Previously, children with life-threatening conditions were airlifted out of the country immediately after triage. The paperwork was completed after the children were stabilized. But the pilots say they now risk big fines, or worse, for transporting undocumented Haitians to the U.S.
I think there is a fear that the pilots don't want to jeopardize their operation to bring people in and out for that one chance that might cause them the headache.
U.S. military evacuations have finally resumed after a 5-day halt late last month. But doctors here say approvals are too slow and requirements too severe on who can go. Most medical airlifts to the U.S. have flown on smaller private flights. For now, those flights are few and far between. Meanwhile, lives are held in the balance.
This little girl here had a really bad accident during the earthquake. 4 of her family members were trapped under the house. Three of them died on the scene. The family members on the scene amputated her left foot to try to get her out because she was crushed underneath the house. Because of infection spreading, doctors here had to amputate our other foot last night. We're trying the best we can. We don't have enough antibiotics. We don't have enough wound care to take care of her, and we're trying to get her to America, but we can't, and she's lost her other foot because of that.
The hospital's chief administrative officer, Elizabeth Gregg, says that they are trying to untangle the red tape.
All right, man. Take care. You too.
Meanwhile, says Dr. Vallas, lives are being lost.
Since I've been here, I've had 5 kids die. All 5 of those kids I desperately tried to get them to America. And excuse me, it sucks. You know, like these kids they died. And with the care they could have gotten, any hospital in America, they would have survived. And I'm the one end up telling their parents that we tried everything, and in my heart, we couldn't do everything. In my heart, these kids could have survived, and they could have lived normal lives.
This is Eric Olson reporting for the New York Times from Port-au-Prince, Haiti.